All right, here we have the starter out of that 62 mg, which, as I said, wasn't cranking real good. Let's put it this way, let's put it simply, it's a mess. Of course, the drive is very sticky, which you would expect. The build date on this thing is 1961. You can see it's even the same color as the factory engine color. And I don't know if you can see it there, but here's a build date of 61. And I think we have located the actual problem with the starter. Neither of the ground brushes are connected to anything. They were just resting against the case, and I don't think that's going to suffice for something that probably draws 200 amps. So we'll go ahead and get the starter situation straightened out. And carburetor, I have one carburetor apart and it's soaking. The other one's sitting here on the bench. I like to do them one at a time. I don't want to intermingle parts between the two carburetors. I did bite the bullet and buy a rebuild kit for these carbs because the jets were completely stuck, and I was just kind of afraid that once I put them all back together, we're going to have leaks and all kinds of stuff. And I mean, not that it matters that much. It's not going to be probably driven anytime in the near future, but if you're going to do it, try to do it once, I guess. And we'll see how we get out of here with this. So, carburetor is soaking. Starter is here on the bench. That's probably going to be, I think I'm just probably going to replace it with a inexpensive aftermarket starter. They're so cheap. I don't really feel like trying to get brushes and solder them in and all that good stuff. And we'll have to just wait and see. In the meantime, we'll take a look inside the cylinders of this and the Triumph and see what we got. Okay, I want to look inside the cylinders on the MG here now, see what they look like. This one, again, has been sitting probably since around 1990 or so. With a bad starter, supposedly, was the main issue. Then the brakes froze up, and that's pretty much where it's been. Not sure the exact date it got parked. I was told the tires in this car were relatively new. They put them on 5 years ago when the car was still running, which I think is probably a fantasy. Mainly because the tires, which were brand new, have a date of 1989 on them. So they're a lot older than we realize. And I remember 20 years ago him asking me about the brakes. So I'm going to have to guess it's probably at least the early 90s since this car has run. I just taken a look inside the cylinders again. I don't want to make matters worse. I know the engine turns over nice, which I was kind of impressed. This engine was rebuilt. I did this one back in 1978. And I mean, it was driven some, but not a ton. If I was to guess, it probably only has maybe a couple thousand miles on it. And I'll tell you what, the inside of these cylinders look like brand spanking new. Brand new. We like that. So I'm going to be feeling pretty comfortable about cranking this engine over safely without damaging anything once I get a starter fixed and get put a little bit more Marvel Mystery Oil in there, and we'll go from there. We're in some good things coming around.